You may have grown up hearing one of Ella Jenkins' signature tunes, like, "You'll sing a song and I'll sing a song." And you may have then played her music for your own children. Jenkins, who was known as the First Lady of Children's Music, died on Saturday at her residence in Chicago. She was 100. Her death was confirmed by John Smith, Associate Director of Smithsonian Folkways Recordings, her longtime record label. She recorded 39 albums for Folkways, according to a statement from the label, over a career that spanned nearly 70 years. Jenkins was inspired by a lot of things: the folk tradition, the civil rights movement, the church. In 2013, she told NPR that when it comes down to it, music is just about sharing what you love. Whatever you happen upon with something that you really feel that you really like, she said, I'd say listen to it, and listen to it often. If you want to try to repeat or imitate, do it in a way that when you're sharing it, someone else is going to think it's beautiful, too. A lot of her songs had a signature style of call and response. I say something, and you say it back to me. The idea came to her from a kind of unexpected source. Jenkins was born in St. Louis, Mo, on August 6, 1924. But she and her family eventually moved to the south side of Chicago, where one of the hottest acts in the clubs at the time was Cab Calloway. And in his famous song, Minnie the Moocher, the "Heidi Heidi Heidi Hi" section is a call and response. Then you'd say it back, "Hody Hody Hody Ho," Jenkins explained to NPR. So I started doing not only with his songs, I thought I would make up few songs myself. Children can learn very easily by imitating, following the leader, and then pretty soon be able to teach it themselves. Ashley Cristobal grew up listening to Ella Jenkins. She's now a children's musician herself, performing as Jazzy Ash. Cristobal says that Jenkins made her feel both proud and inspired of her heritage, in the face of what she calls a daunting history. Across the board, Cristobal says, African American music, the black music diaspora, is sort of approached in a really dark place. And granted, black history has a really dark part of it, but I think that every culture has a right to be celebrated. Quote, and Ella Jenkins celebrated every culture. You can travel around the world with Ella Jenkins through her songs, says Kathy Fink, a Grammy-winning children's musician and a friend of Jenkins. Ella traveled the world and performed all over the world, Fink says. And as she did, she would learn from the people that she was with. She would learn words, or she would learn a song from another country. The first thing she'd say to a taxi driver is, "What's your name and where are you from?" And then she'll say, "Well, tell me about your country."
Ella Jenkins is best known as a pioneering children's folk musician rather than a writer of children's books. Often called the First Lady of Children's Music, she has spent over 6 decades creating songs and albums aimed at children, blending folk, multicultural music, and interactive call and response singing. Her music has been influential in children's education, encouraging cultural understanding and learning through rhythm and language. While she may not be primarily known for writing children's books, her contributions to children's media and her work with teachers, parents, and young audiences have been monumental. Her recordings, like You'll Sing a Song and I'll Sing a Song, have become staples in classrooms and libraries around the world, making her a beloved figure in children's music and education. Ella Jenkins, born in 1924 in St. Louis and raised in Chicago, has been a trailblazer in children's music for over 60 years. She brought a unique approach to children's songs, emphasizing cultural diversity, interactivity, and learning. Her music is often simple, featuring call and response, clapping, and rhythms that invite children to join in, regardless of their background or language. Jenkins draws from folk traditions around the world, incorporating African, Latin American, Caribbean, and Native American sounds, as well as rhythms from jazz and blues. Her goal has always been to foster curiosity, cultural awareness, and a love of music. She encourages children to learn through listening and participation, blending educational elements with music in a way that feels natural and engaging. With over 40 albums and numerous awards, including a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, Jenkins has recorded many songs that have become classics in early childhood education, like Miss Mary Mac, You'll Sing a Song and I'll Sing a Song, and Did You Feed My Cow? Her songs are used widely in schools and community programs, and she's often invited to lead workshops for teachers on using music in the classroom. Jenkins' impact goes beyond music. She has influenced how educators think about children's learning. She believes that music can be a universal language, helping children connect across cultural and linguistic barriers. Even now, she remains active in her mission to inspire children, educators, and families, proving that music is a timeless tool for connection and learning. Ella Jenkins' influence on children's music and education is both profound and far-reaching. Growing up in Chicago, she was surrounded by diverse musical influences, from gospel and blues to folk and jazz. This rich musical environment shaped her unique approach, where she weaves storytelling, singing, and rhythm into engaging songs that children and educators around the world embrace. One of Jenkins' defining methods is call and response singing. This style, where the leader sings a line and the audience repeats or responds, is rooted in African and African American musical traditions. Jenkins uses it to make children feel included, giving them an active role in the music. This technique also helps young listeners build confidence, rhythm, and listening skills, and it's a big part of why her music resonates across cultures. Jenkins' career took off in the 1950s when she began performing at schools and libraries and recording for Folkways Records, now Smithsonian Folkways, where her albums are still available. Her songs often include both English and other languages, introducing children to different sounds and cultures. For instance, in Nyambo, she teaches Swahili greetings, and in other songs, she integrates phrases from Spanish, Hebrew, Japanese, and more. Her aim has always been to create songs of the people, showing young listeners how music connects us to one another. As a performer, Jenkins has appeared on PBS shows like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and at events worldwide, from local libraries to international festivals. Her contributions to children's music have earned her several honors, including a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, a National Endowment for the Arts, National Heritage Fellowship, and honorary doctorates in music and education. Her legacy has inspired countless educators, musicians, and children's performers who see her as a pioneer in using music as a teaching tool. Jenkins remains a beloved figure in children's music, embodying a spirit of curiosity and inclusivity that has influenced generations. Her music continues to be a valuable resource in schools and homes, offering songs that are not only fun, but also teach children about language, rhythm, cultural appreciation, and kindness. Her work stands as a testament to the power of music to educate, connect, and uplift young minds.
She sees meeting each person as an opportunity to make a friend and learn something. And what she learned, she taught to generations of parents, teachers, and children.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and leave a comment below. See you next time.